Hi, my name's Kim. I'm an introvert who travels the world whilst being on a tight budget, and today we're going to be looking at package holidays over DIY holidays. So is it better to build your own holiday, or is it better to go to a travel agent and book through them? Let's have a look. So what is a package holiday? So a package holiday is a holiday that you book through normally a tour operator or a travel agent that usually includes travel, accommodation, transfers from your airport. Sometimes it includes food depending on what board basis you book on, and sometimes it even includes excursions. If excursions aren't included in your holiday, you can usually book with the same tour operator to go on excursions with them at your destination. You usually have the option of paying in installments as well if you book with a travel agent. So you pay a deposit to them, and then you can either pay the installments with a direct debit, or if you've booked in a physical travel agent, you can go to the store and pay in cash or pay with card, little installments every week or every month, however you want to pay. I'm going on a trip to Iceland in November, and the way that I decided to pay was pay in cash every week when the travel agent was open. So what is a DIY holiday? A DIY holiday is a holiday where basically you book all the elements yourself. You could use a price comparison website, or you could just book everything individually on individual websites. A lot of people, if they're booking DIY holidays, they tend not to book transfers. They usually use public transport to get where they need to go. Sometimes food is included depending on the board that you book, but it tends to only be breakfast. Any excursions that you want to do will have to be booked through a third-party person, usually when you get to your destination. And usually there's no way of paying in installments. Usually you have to pay everything all at once. Holiday protection. So normally if you book with a tour operator or with a travel agent, there's a certain amount of protection on your holiday. Your travel agent will normally be a BTA member, or they'll be ATOL protected. Basically what this means is if your tour operator goes bust, there's protection there for your holiday. So if you're abroad and your tour operator goes bust, there's a way of being repatriated. If it goes bust whilst you haven't been on your holiday yet, eventually at some point you should get a refund for your holiday. So there are going to be some links down in the description that will link you to places that show tour operators that are ATOL licensed or ABTA registered. So down in the description for those links. So if you book everything separately, the way of getting protection on your holiday is a little bit more complicated, but there are ways that you can do it. Making sure that you have really good travel insurance that covers you for every eventuality is one good thing to have. Another thing to do is, if you can, is to book your holiday on a credit card. So if your transaction is over £100, your holiday will be protected by Section 75 of the Consumer Credit Act. Basically what that means is that the credit card company and the person who you've purchased the thing from, they take equal responsibility in delivering the goods. So if the holiday does go bust, you should be able to get a refund from your credit card company. The thing is, as great as that is, it won't help you in a situation if you are in a foreign country and your company does go bust, because it'll take a little bit of time for you to get that refund. So if you are going to book everything separately, it's pretty wise to make sure that you've got enough spare money in an account that you can access for you to be able to get home in the worst case scenario. Something to bear in mind though is that some price comparison websites do actually offer ATOL protection if you book flight inclusive packages. So if you are really wanting that ATOL protection or the ABTA protection, then there are some price comparison websites like Expedia that you can book a package through and still get that level of protection. Budget. So it depends on the type of holiday that you want, whether it's better to book with a package or separately. If you're looking for high-end luxury travel, then it's almost always cheaper to book with a travel agent. So I've done a sort of a little comparison using the TUI website and booking everything separately so we can see which one would be best. We're going to Mexico. Me and another person, we're going to be flying on the 31st of January 2021, and we're going to be flying home on the 14th of February 2021. We're going to be staying in Mexico, Cancun, the Rio Tequila. With TUI, we get flights, accommodation and transfers included, plus 20 kilograms of baggage each. And all that comes to £3,100. But if I book it all separately, using the cheapest flight that I could find, which was a British Airways flight, that was £1,021.96, and you get 23 kilos worth of luggage. So then the hotel is £2,621.48 for 2 people for 2 weeks. Then you need to get from the airport to the hotel, which is another £27.28. So altogether that comes to £3,698, which is nearly £600 more expensive than booking it as a package. Plus, if you book it as a package, you've got that atoll protection. Booking it all separately, you don't. But if you're looking for a cheap, no-frills holiday, then booking with a tour operator probably isn't your best choice. If you don't care about the quality of the hotel, you don't care about baggage, you're probably better off booking everything separately. So this is another example holiday that I looked at, was going to New York for 5 nights, flying out on the 31st of January 2021. So with TUI, this includes flights, transfers, a nice hotel, baggage allowance, suitcase allowance, comes to £1,379.33 for 2 people. If you book it all separately, again, you don't care about the quality of the hotel, because with the TUI one, it was the cheapest one that I could find. Your flights are going to be £529.60, and that is dirt cheap flights with no baggage. Your hotel is going to be £250, and this hotel is about 2.5 miles away from Times Square. Getting the air train and the subway from the airport to your hotel is going to cost around $10.50, so that's $42 return, around £35. And all of that all together comes to £814.60, which is £600 cheaper nearly. But the thing is, you're not atoll protected. It depends what you're looking for. You don't have the quality of the hotel that you have with TUI. But if you're literally just looking for like no shade on this hotel, but it looked like a prison cell almost. So if you don't care about the accommodation and you're happy going somewhere without luggage, then you can find cheaper ways to go places by booking it all yourself. But if you want that quality, then you're better off booking with a package. Because I looked at the same trip with TUI, so the exact same hotel, looking at flights and transfers, and just with the hotel and the flights, with the luggage, ended up being more expensive to book everything separately. So like I said, it depends. If you're looking for a nice holiday, budget wise, it makes more sense to book a package. If you just want to go somewhere cheap for a kind of throwaway weekend, you don't care about the hotel, then budget wise, booking stuff separately would be better. Flexibility. It's worth noting that if you book a package tour, sometimes there's less flexibility in when you can go and what you can do when. So for example, if you book to go to Rhodes with TUI, there's only 2 flights a week that you can go to Rhodes on. But if you book everything separately, there's multiple companies that will fly multiple times a week to Rhodes. Again, you don't have that atoll protection potentially. It's also the same with if you have a trip where excursions are included. Usually they're included on set days. So there's a less flexibility if you book with a tour operator. So if that's something that's going to bother you, then it will be better for you to book everything separately. Which one's better? Honestly, it all comes down to what you want from a holiday. If you want a nice, luxury, relaxing holiday, then I think that it's better to book with a tour operator. If you're just looking for a sort of throwaway trashy weekend, don't care about the hotel, don't care about, atoll protection, or you don't care about luggage, then booking everything separately is best for you. I've done both. I've done it both ways. So I've booked with a tour operator and I do little holidays by myself. The little holidays that I do by myself are normally the budget holidays where I stay in sort of lower class accommodation, I travel with just my backpack, and for those trips it's fine. But sometimes I like going to nice places and doing nice things, and on those trips I tend to book with a tour operator because for me and the budget aspect of it, definitely it makes more sense. If I want to go to a nice hotel, it makes more sense to book it as a package because it's going to be cheaper. If I'm just looking to stay in a hostel and fly with, you know, a cheap airline, then it makes more sense to me to book it all separately. So the main thing that sways me is less about the protection and the coverage, because there are things that you can do to kind of help yourself in situations if you don't have that adult protection or the ABTA. There aren't things that you can do to make a tour operator flight any cheaper than it is, because, you know, those are kind of the set prices that they have as the package. But there are ways that you can make your sort of booking everything separately cheaper. If you want to stay in lesser accommodation or don't want to take luggage, you have more flexibility on the budget aspect of it if you book it all yourself. So do you prefer booking everything separately, or are you a person who prefers going with a travel agent? Let me know in the comments down below. So I've started a series on Instagram called Quick Small Wins Travel Edition, where I show quick travel tips in videos that are between 1 and 3 minutes long usually. These come out every Wednesday, so if you're interested in those, go follow me on Instagram at awkwardlykimtravel. Also, I live stream every Monday and Friday, 6 PM UK time, so if you want to join in the fun, we do quizzes, we do dumb laws of different countries, we have a look at what the schedule for the next few videos are going to be, we look at travel news. If any of that interests you, come and join the fun every Monday and Friday, 6 PM UK time. And every Monday and Friday, 7 PM UK time, we bring out new videos. So if you want to be notified every time I go live and every time I release a new video, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. If you've never traveled before and you want a video that explains how to travel step by step, I'll put a video here for you. And this video down here is going to be about when I travelled with TUI. So they're a UK based tour operator and I went to Rhodes. So if you're interested in that, click here. But I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you again. Enjoy your life. Ta-da!